Mainz 05 have suspended their player Anwar El Ghazi. They put out a statement on Instagram saying Mainz 05 have relieved Anwar El Ghazi of his training and matchday related duties. The decision comes as a result of a since deleted social media post from the 28-year-old that appeared on Sunday evening. In the post, El Ghazi took a position on the ongoing conflict in the Middle East that was deemed unacceptable by the club. Prior to making this decision, the club and the player had engaged in in-depth discussion. Mainz 05 respect the fact that there are varying perspectives on this decades-long complex conflict in the Middle East. However, the club are distancing themselves from the content of the social media post in question as it does not align with its values of the club. Well, first of all, if Mainz 05, like they say, quote unquote, respect the fact that there are varying perspectives on the decades-long complex conflict in the Middle East, then why don't they respect his perspective and let him post what he wants? And then later on, they say the club are distancing themselves from the content of the social media post in question. They can do exactly that. They can let him have his varying perspective, as they like to say, and then they can distance themselves from what he posts. But they haven't done that. They are lying. They are cowardly. They don't care about people's perspectives, because if they did, then his perspective would be allowed to remain, and they can just distance themselves. But they haven't done that. They're a pathetic club, or at least those people in charge who did this. They're pathetic, cowardly, and it shows you what type of people we have in football. They take our money, but if someone was to wear a Palestine t-shirt, would they be allowed in the ground? Um, a player posting something like this, they get disciplined. They don't care about us. They don't care about the fans. They just care about money. And at the moment, Mainz are in the bottom two. I hope they get relegated. And maybe it's not the fans that are doing this, but the club, and they deserve to get relegated for doing something like this. And I hope they never come back up. Because what kind of pathetic club does that allow? Did he say anything anti-Semitic? No. Did he say anything racist? No. You can see the players post in the video. If I read it out, it's going to become too long. But he did not say anything anti-Semitic, anything racist. He didn't incite anything. He didn't do anything wrong. But you still decided to remove it because you were siding with the enemies of humanity. Because whatever's not in line with their, with making them look good, you have to remove it. So this shows you what we're up against, and this shouldn't deter football players, Muslim or non-Muslim, from posting. They can't ban them all. Imagine 5 players from one team and 5 starting from the starting 11 post something. What are you gonna do? Get rid of these 5 players, and then your season's gonna end. They do care about money, and they wouldn't do that. So football players, Muslim, non-Muslim players from other sports should do similar things, and also go and show your support to Anwar El Ghazi.